Good evening, everyone. Plenty of comments already coming in to us. Welcome along to the very first Fournilwrittenalloverit post-match live. I was hoping that we'd be bringing you some better news than we are right now. But it has finished, as you can see on your screen, scrolling across the bottom. It's finished Pompey 1, Oxford 1. Alexander Negative is with me. Andrew's just finishing off some dinner, so he will be with us shortly. Mate, just your initial reaction. Quite a few people coming in saying that the ref was rubbish. What would you say to that? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. I can hear Ollie.
Me. What about now?
Oh, I got you both. Carry on.
I think there should have been 3 pens. Yeah, I agree. I thought the ref was really poor. I think we were by far the better side. It was quite a tight game, but we were definitely better, created more chances. And yeah, I think we should have had 3 pens. There were 4 calls, one of which definitely wasn't a pen, but I think the other 3 were. The one around Burgess in the first half, had his arms all over him. I thought the trip on Curtis at the end was also a pen. And there was another one in the middle, I forget, but I counted 3 that I thought were definitely close. So we should have had at least one of them, if not 2. And now we go into the second leg, 1-1. It's not the best, is it?
Ollie, what did you make of the game, mate?
I thought their goal was very weak, if I'm honest with you. I didn't think that we should have let that happen at that point in the game. Near post for Bassi as well.
Keeper should have saved it, didn't
he? Yeah, but arguably their keeper should have saved our goals.
I would say that's fair,
yeah. So, yeah, I think that neither team really deserved the goals that we got. First 30 minutes, I thought we played really well. I thought we were very, very good. We looked very solid. We looked very composed. We passed the ball really well. And then I think as soon as we scored, we kind of lost a bit of that. We were panicky. We were pressing the ball too much, creating too much space for them to run into. And then they started running over us a little bit. And I was a bit concerned up until sort of the 60th. And then it was kind of just a bit even from there on in. I don't think either team really deserved to run away with a win.
Really? You don't think we were better than them?
No, I don't. I think that we put a lot of balls into the box, but we didn't have anything in there. That's my personal opinion.
We must have had 65% possession and 10-15 shots versus 2?
Interesting comments coming from Darren. He said, "Play like that Monday, and Kenny must go." Assuming
so we didn't like it.
So, well, I was going to put the point across that I thought we played really well first half. I think the first until up to the goal, and then we just kind of sat back off and let them come at us. And Sean's come in with a good point, which I'll pop on the screen as soon as it appears. Jacket bottled it, perhaps. Joke of a ref. A lot of comments coming in about the ref. Black Cats on tours come in. McCrory did everything wrong. Thoughts?
I don't know. I think we played a very. I was a bit concerned about Morris, if I was playing Morris, because you look at the starting lineup we had. We had what? We normally have Naylor, Closey in the middle. They've been playing together all season long. Yeah. Naylor's been our captain for most of the season. You know, why are we taking those guys out?
I agree with that massively. Well, we missed that in the middle.
It was sorry, Ollie and I had an interesting message conversation before the game started, and we were discussing the starting lineup. How much of an impact do you think that had on the game, boys?
I agree. I agree with what Ollie's saying. I think we missed that control in the midfield. Maybe with those 3, we might have had a bit more creativity, and some of that possession might have changed into chances. I still think we were the better side there. I thought Brownie played really well. He dominated, didn't he? Was he captain today? I think he was, wasn't he?
Brown was captain, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he played really well from left back. I thought we looked relatively dangerous. I thought Curtis had a really good game. I thought Harrison was a bit unlucky, actually. I thought he was a bit unlucky up front. Harness was okay.
The one thing I would say about Brown is that I think he sits off Curtis too much. He got forward a couple of times in the game, but I think Seddon does a lot more overlapping, allows Curtis to cut inside a bit more. I think it gives us another dynamic, another way of putting the ball into the box. But the main issue for me today in that game was, you know, when Harrison went down early in the second half. I think he went down in the box, didn't he?
And then should have got up and could have scored.
And what was he doing? Lying there on the floor. Like the ref wasn't giving it. He isn't going to change his mind by lying on the floor. Why are you staying down there?
It was a pen though, wasn't it? It was a pen.
We've only got one striker at that point. It doesn't matter if it is or not. The ref hasn't given it at the end of the day, is he? But we've only got one striker on the pitch, and we've got another opportunity to put a ball in the box. And opposed to putting it into an empty box like we did, we could have had a striker in there. And throughout the whole of the game, we only had Harrison in the box. Every ball we put in was kind of like an empty ball into the box, hoping to find him. And in honesty, I think I don't see why we didn't start with like Williams out wide, playing Curtis in the cam role. He scores goals, Curtis. Why isn't he playing behind the striker, having Williams out wide and Harness out wide, and putting balls in for two people in the box as opposed to one?
Plenty of comments to get through. Plenty of comments to get through, boys. Pompey got to say we play much better as a team with Ellis Harrison up top. Don't like Cannon in cam, but he was definitely the best player of the game for us. Tony Liddell came in saying we missed Seddon's set pieces. Didn't even get any game time today. So that's an interesting one from Tony. Gary said plenty of huff and puff, but no one to blow the house down. I'd agree with that. Gary, definitely not in the second half. Close not in the squad. Any idea why not, boys?
He's not going, is he? I don't think. I mean, Burgess is going, and he was starting, so that obviously doesn't make a difference. I thought Burgess played quite well actually, but I'd have liked to be in the side. I
think Burgess was supported. Was named our player, our supporters player of the year this year. I believe.
Yeah, he played well today.
You know, I think he's had a great season all season. I think he's played really well in that position with a bit of a makeshift back four. And I think he deserves it. I actually really like Burgess as a player and a person off the pitch as well. He does a lot for the community, so it'd be good to see him stay.
Another comment came in saying impossible to keep momentum when ref blows his whistle every 2 seconds, not to mention the water breaks, obviously because of a lack of consistency in the game, so you can kind of understand the need for a water break. McGeehan, quite a lot of people saying it wasn't really a good day for McGeehan. Pompey got to get Harness shocking, and that's a debatable one. Harrison is so isolated with Jacket Ball. He's clearly a decent striker, best mates with Marquis. Why not play two up front? But then I would have thought that probably discounts someone else in a position nearby that would probably be important to the team.
You'd argue you could put, like, Marquis has played behind Harrison this season, hasn't he? Where we've had Harrison up top and Marquis playing like the cam type role. And I think that's actually given us a really good dynamic in the box. Attacking wise, I think actually we've played some really good football with those two both on the pitch at the same time. I would disagree with the Harness comment. I thought Harness had a really good game today. I think his first touch was outstanding. He had a lot of funky balls to control that he really took down and managed to settle the ball and control the game a little bit.
In other news, Wickham have just gone 1-0 up in their game against Fleetwood that's just kicked off in the second minute. So great start for Wickham. Sean's come in with a comment saying, do you see us scoring 2 on Monday? I'm pretty sure we will get 1, Alexander the negative.
Yeah, I would say that I think it's likely they score. We can score 2, can't we? We've got the quality to. Does it matter being away from home as much? I'm not sure. I mean, I was quite surprised that I thought we were significantly the better side today. I don't know whether that's home advantage or whether we were just the better side. Hopefully we can take that into Monday. Maybe formation change makes a bit of a difference. A couple of new faces. Possibly he's holding close and Naylor to play Monday. I don't know. This is difficult, isn't it? There's only 4 days between games, so it's quite tight. Let's get Andrew's reaction.
Well, I just see Wickham have scored 1-0 up away at Fleetwood in the first minute. So they look a bit sharp. Chaps, I don't know. It's a big ask, isn't it? First 30 minutes, 35 minutes, all over them, weren't we? Like a rash. And then it sort of fizzled out. And then they sort of took 50-50 control. So I don't know. Anything could happen. 1-0 away would do, wouldn't it?
You said you wanted quite a close result because you felt like if we were 2-0 up, we'd go and defend too much at their place.
Yeah, I think if we go there 1-1, it's a better scoreline than 2-0 to us, for sure. I think we've got a better chance of of winning if we go there in 1-1 or 2-2. Yeah, for sure.
Chappelle, do you mind closing the door, please, mate? We get a bit of a feedback in the kitchen. While he does that, I'm Argentinian in our league. The ref would be average. Lots of situations like that wouldn't be a penalty. So thank you for watching all the way from Argentina. Lovely to have you with us. I would agree the referee made a lot of poor decisions today. If that game is repeated, then Oxford will go through. Consider we've never won an away game. We need to play for penalties. Is an interesting one.
You say Fleetwood now got a penalty 3 minutes in.
Yeah, they've just scored it. There we go.
It's in.
Ollie Clark has said we should play Naylor instead of McGeehan in the second leg.
Yeah, I think McGeehan had a bit of a hindered game because of his early yellow. Why did he get involved pushing their player back down after challenge? Like, what was he thinking at that point? That's, pure adrenaline. Probably hasn't played a game in a while, but there's no need to get involved in something like that. He could have avoided the yellow and actually played a freer game, but I think he was hindered by that yellow and he wasn't able to get into people. I think McGeehan's a good choice for a starting centre mid, but he just had, made a mistake early on and it cost him, really.
I would have Naylor all day. I agree with what you're saying there, but I would have Naylor all day over him.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would as well. But I don't think he's a bad player. That's all I'm saying.
Perry Huntley's coming saying Andrew arrives late, a bit like our strikers in the box. That's an interesting one. Yeah. Thanks for that comment, Perry. Tio has said, hope Jacket is keeping Naylor and Sedham fresh for the second leg. What would you make of that one, boys?
Why would you do that? You've got 3 games of football to play over the next, hopefully 3 games of football to play. Why would you keep 2 of your best players on the bench? Centre mid and left winger. I don't see left back. Sorry, strong left back. He puts a lot of balls into the box. I don't see the point. You've got 180 minutes of football to play. You've got how many subs is it we're allowed to make? 4.
I think there's 5. Yeah.
You can make enough substitutions to keep people fresh if you want to, but start them. You want to win the first game, in my opinion. You want to be up going into the second leg.
They're never going to be fresher than they are now, are they?
No, exactly.
So
comments coming in saying 2-1 Wycombe. They've already had as much action as we had in our game as they have in the first 5 minutes. So that'll be an interesting one. Whoever ends up at Wembley. Good evening to James. And not sure if we are good enough for the Championship. Team would require a lot of strengthening. We mentioned the other day about the need for strengthening, boys. And we've been through it a lot. But based on tonight's account of themselves, who would you say is a definite strength? And should Championship football come Pompey's way?
I would say that Ronan Curtis is clearly Championship standard, isn't he? I thought he was probably the best player on the pitch tonight. I think we need a quality striker to be good in that league. I think we need a better centre midfield partnership, and if Burgess is going to go, we're going to need 2 centre backs probably. I don't know if Raggett is good enough. So that spine of the team is going to have to be completely transformed, in my opinion. But we've got to get there first, haven't we? We're still 2 games away.
Cyber's come in with a comment saying, why do we always sit back when we go ahead? Ollie, that's a bit of a trait that Pompey have, isn't it?
Yeah, we do that more often than not, I'm afraid. I mean, we were watching it with a mate round and stuff, and we're saying the same thing. He came to the Coventry game this year, and it's the same kind of atmosphere, get a few ahead, get 1 ahead. And we just seem to, we almost panic a little bit. We were very settled, we were very calm, we passed the ball really well. Actually, I thought the first half an hour, we played to a level of a club that could compete in a Championship game of football. We played some really good football, we passed the ball really well, we moved really well, and we kept the ball. And as soon as we went 1-0 up, we started chasing it, we started pressing their players, and we lost our shape. And at that point, you just create space. And we gave them so much room, so much time to attack us. It caused us too many problems, and that's where their goal inevitably came from.
Tony's come in saying that rumour that Naylor was the one with a positive coronavirus test a couple of weeks ago and isn't fully fit. Tony, I don't know where your source is coming from, mate, but if that rumour is true, then maybe that's a point that we should make. 2-1 Wycombe, boys. The keeper made an absolute hash of that. Unfortunately, we're a couple of moments behind everyone watching the stream, so we're on a bit of a lower latency, so the stream looks good. So if we are a little bit behind, then apologies for that. Pompey Goddard said, Wycombe gone into administration. Jamal will no doubt leave. Despite our collections of right wingers, what's your opinion on making him our own again?
I'd have him back, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. We were saying obviously earlier about moving up into the Championship, what we would do, strengthen the squad. I think if we can keep in a very strong financial position, I think we are in a strong financial position. And if the Islanders are looking to invest in the club moving forward, I think we could get some really good players that are out of contract at the end of the season and really strengthen the squad. I think now's the best time to get promoted, if there is ever a good time to get promoted or a bad time to get promoted, because there is that opportunity out there to grab some really good players and push forward next season.
Right, gentlemen. Sorry, go on.
Can I ask you a question? Given today's performance going into Monday, what probability would you place on us getting to the final? Would it be 50-50, 60-40, 70-30?
If we score first, I think that goes up dramatically. If we're the ones to score the first goal at the Kassam.
I think I think
Go
if we
on.
play like we did today, 40% chance. I think Oxford will get more likely to go up if we play the way we played today. Personally.
Interesting one. MK1 Aquatics come in saying same tired old jacket performance, won't commit to attack enough, which has always cost us. Can't wait until he's gone. So MK1 Aquatics not very happy this evening, but we all feel your pain, mate. Does anyone want to come in on that one?
You're missing the guy who's got the jacket view, aren't you? Where is he?
He is here. I'll bring him in if you want me to. I'm just thinking about the quality of the stream, but if we want to get a bit of jacket reaction, we can do by all means.
Tom, I've said it a number of times, mate. It's time we got a new jacket, really. The first 30 minutes told us what we needed to see, playing attacking football, and then Wally quite rightly alluded to, we sat back 1-0 up, sat back, started to defend a 1-0 lead, didn't we? What happened? Why not carry on playing 90 minutes of football the way we played in the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes, half an hour? What went wrong? Tell me what happened. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a brilliant first half, wasn't it? So
yeah, but so why do we stop playing football?
We've never been a real second half team, have we?
Oh, come on. Tell Man City that.
The problem is, like Andrew said, we seem to get this opportunity where we go 1-0 up, or we get ahead in the game, and then we just decide all of a sudden to sit and not really do much and not play the way we're playing. And we're so much more capable than that. And if you want to be a championship side, I think that's the big difference. If you want to be a championship side and you want to be in that league, you finish the game like you start it. And if we played all 90 minutes like we did the first 30, we would be winning. We would have won that game 3-4-0. I have no doubt about it. We just don't do it for a full game of football. And you sit there and you watch like the 65th minute, whatever it is, the drinks break, and Jacket stood there smiling away, laughing at all the players. I'm like, just what's he doing? Like, we haven't played well for the last 30 minutes of the game. You should be like shouting and getting them riled up, getting them ready to play, getting them back out there, getting them excited to be playing football like they were in the first 30 minutes. It's just almost like he was just like, yeah, we're doing well, lads. Let's keep going. Don't be in denial, mate. Let's get on with it.
Gary's come in with it. Well, I'd speak about Jamie first. You said Kenny strikes again, lost all momentum after the first goal. I'd agree with that. James is in agreement with Andrew, which is a rare thing. So thanks for that, James. Gary's come in and said, back stronger, Pompey for life, not for glory. Maybe it's time to take a step back, boys, from all that we're discussing and think, well, actually, in the long run, is it Pompey boys through and through? But is it now, weighing that up against, is it time to really get up into the championship now and take things seriously?
Yeah, I think so. I think we need to get promoted this season, don't we? I think we all said over the last few weeks on the stream that if we don't, then we need a new manager and we need someone else to have a go. I guess he's got a game on Monday to show it, hasn't he? And hopefully prove us all wrong.
Right, boys, would you like to...
favourites for
go
however long. We've been favourites, haven't we, to get promoted last 2-3 seasons.
Yeah.
We should be up there battling and winning the league, trying to be in the top spots. We started this season, we were in like 13th, 14th. We're right down the bottom. We had to work our way back up to where we are now. We had a great run, don't get me wrong, but we should have been in there from the start, and then we probably wouldn't be in this position now if we were.
You've listened to the 3 or 4 of us chat for a little bit. It is now time to throw it over to you. For the very first time, you can now join us in the Fournilwrittenalloverit post-match live. The link to the stream is in the comments. If you would like to join us, please make sure you've got your microphone turned on and your camera access. You're more than welcome to come in. We're going to have a quick discussion because I would imagine there's 1 or 2 people that would want to have a discussion about the game. If you want to ask the boys a question on some of their thoughts as well, then you're more than welcome to. So we'll answer a few more questions coming in from the comments while people start to join us. Pompey guys said this next game or 2 will decide our next 10 years. As once we're in the championship, we will stay there. What do we make of that?
Yeah, possibly. Can you read out his other comment, Tom? He's just put another one in before you sent the link.
Hawkins.
Yeah.
Interesting one.
Oh, my word.
Ollie, over to you for the Hawkins comment.
Oh, I tell you what, Ollie Hawkins is my favourite player.
Lukaku does have a bad first touch, though. Lukaku was a shocker of a first touch.
Oh, Hawkins, it would be a typical Jacket thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he started Hawkins, put him at centre-back or something. It's something that Kenny would do. But I'll tell you what. If we get into the Championship and he ever plays a game, I will run around Fratton Park naked. If that happens.
Oh, let's get him in.
Sounds like that's going to happen.
Tomo, did we have any cardboard Andrews in the crowd today?
I couldn't see any. I couldn't make them out, so I'm not quite sure on that one, mate. I'm not quite sure.
Purchase some, don't we?
Yeah, the attendance was 1,000 cardboard cutouts today, which
it was 1,000. It wasn't quite enough. 1,000 Andrews. We've got a gentleman that'd like to come and join us and make a comment. What would you like to say, sir?
I just saw seriously in the crowd. I just saw Matt Le Tissier with a Pompey shirt on in the crowd. Brilliant. Whoever sent that in, it's fantastic. Did you see that?
I can't hear Andrew.
I can't hear him.
Tell him what happened, Tom.
Oh, but basically, there was someone. I don't know if the club did it or if someone else got involved, but there was a Matt Le Tissier cardboard cutout in the stand with a Pompey shirt on. So that was interesting. As I say, so
I know there was a Mr. Bean.
There was
Mr. Bean. I saw that one.
That was great. Someone put their dog on it as well. So a picture of their dog.
Aaron's come in with a comment saying we're still unbeaten at home this season.
Oh, great. 1-0 at Oxford in the playoffs. It's not something to celebrate, is it?
I thought our away form's been okay as well, though. I don't think we've been too bad away from home, have we?
Well, it's not been as great as the as the home form, is it? I think if our home form matched our away form, we'd be a formidable side, wouldn't we? So,
but we've drawn a lot of games at home, haven't we? We have. It's not like we're consistently like world beaters at home. I think how many games have we drawn? We must have drawn 10 or 12 games at home this year.
I genuinely think. Well, I think that Tom's nearer. I think our home form has been very good this season because I think we'd won a stupid amount of games at home towards the start of the season, like towards the middle point of the season to March. We were winning like all of our home games because we went on a bit of a run of like really good home. I think we won like 14 in a row at home or something mad.
The last time we lost at home would have been, barring Southampton and Arsenal, the two games would have been May 2019 against Sunderland in the playoffs.
Blimey.
In League One, so that's quite a stat, but that's something we can't replicate away from home. So what do we think that is?
Just don't travel well.
Yeah, maybe.
Jet lagged.
Car sickness, bus sickness, maybe.
Jet lagged.
I don't know. The thing is as well, we're well funded. It's not like we're turning up to games on the day of the game in the coach, getting out the coach all stiff. You know, we most of the time, I know we did under Cookie. We went up night before, hotels. They have a training session up there, and you know, we should be very well presented for our away games, but we just don't seem to perform that well. And I don't know why that is. It's not like we don't have a good following either. We have a good away crowd. You know, make a lot of noise. So I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Can I just say, just because the footer keeps going across, on a completely unrelated note, I was pleased to see Liverpool win the league, but it was also quite interesting that Man City absolutely destroyed them last night.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah, it was very. Do you watch it?
It was a lesson, wasn't it?
They deserved it as well, didn't they, City? They played very, very, very well.
Yeah.
They really did.
What a
absolutely
statement.
pull them apart. Yeah,
we've got some people waiting to join us. So what I'll do is we'll just go through a couple more of the comments. But sorry, Ollie, if you want to carry on about the City game, mate, please do.
I was saying, De Bruyne said that he reckoned that Liverpool were a better side last season than they were this season, but just the fact that the other teams haven't performed so well this year, which is true. You look at the points total for the two teams that won it, wasn't it like 99, 98 or something last season?
199, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah,
99, 98, yeah.
Something like that. So, you know, it's the points total was ridiculous for the top two last year, but this season you look at the gap between Liverpool and City is massive. But I think City are making a bit of a statement now, coming out and doing what they did yesterday. I really hope they finish the season strongly, to be honest.
Relating to one of your earlier comments, Ollie, Gary said, my brother ran onto Fratton Park fully cloaked and got a 5-year ban, so best keep your kit on. So there we go.
I run onto the pitch, run round the stadium.
Oh, around the stadium. Oh, keep fine there.
Worse. That's worse, mate.
I don't want to run onto the pitch naked. I want 18,000 people looking at my little boy. Do I?
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, that wouldn't be great. I wouldn't. Wouldn't be great. Michael Chapman has come in saying 3-3 versus Coventry was a great result at home. What a boy.
Cheers, Mike. He's sat in a room about 10 metres from me at the minute, so I'll go punch him in the throat after this.
Thanks for that, Mike. Thanks for joining us. I was going to say to either of you, the fact that Liverpool were so badly beaten last night, does that give any indication on the next season and what will happen next year?
I think Pep and Man City will have something to prove next year. Is it no team has ever won the Premier League 3 times in a row, have they? And I'm not saying, Liverpool are a great side. They deserved it this year, definitely, hands down. But I think Man City, with a couple of additions, they need a bit of a restructure. But I still think Pep's the best manager probably in the world, isn't he? And they've got one of the best sides in the world. And they're not an old side either. They're relatively young. So if you were to put a bet on today, I'd back them to win the league.
I tell you what I said about Jacket earlier with how he acted in that drinks break. You watch how Pep reacted, even when they were winning in that drinks break. He's so animated. Sorry, shouting, pointing, telling people what to do, getting into it, focusing the team on their job in hand. Whereas Kenny was just like, "Yeah, we're doing really well. Let's keep going." It's just like a completely different. The things you do to have a Pep, behind the team. I mean, that's what Cookie was so good at. Arguably he left to go to Wigan, but he wasn't really suited to the Eisners, was he, in that respect? I got no hard feelings against Cookie, but he was very animated. He did get into the team's face. And I think that's ultimately why we got promoted under him.
There's someone gagging to come on the... Sorry?
I might start a campaign. Good morning, Andrew, for manager.
I think we'd have that, mate. Here's the man himself who wants to make a comment.
Yeah, no, I just want to say, Tom,
we might have lost him.
Oh, no.
He does look good when he's frozen.
Just as he was about to go, no, he's back. Right, off you go.
I just want to say the big win.
No, he's gone again. This is not going very well, is it?
No.
Is it really like the stream can't take it if there's 4 people?
How many devices are on in that living room, mate? He's just frozen in midair. We'll come back to Andrew in a moment. We'll come back to it. The question I was going to ask him was that the TO's come in saying, I think the squad can get to championship level. Jacket should trust more on them rather than holding on to a 1-0. Was that what we were trying to do? Do you think, Ollie?
I don't think it's necessarily we're trying to hold on to 1-0 winning. I just think we have, for some reason, we have that mentality. We don't have the mentality to go out and butcher a team. Let's be honest, our channel is named Fournilwrittenalloverit. We want to see 4-0s, don't we? That's what we would love, and that's what we should be aiming for as a team. You go into a game of football and you want to be mullering them. You don't want to be sitting back 1-0 up, defending a 1-0 lead or getting pressured by the other team. You've got to stay on top, play the football you were playing. You were 1-0 up for a reason. Keep pushing, get the second, get the third. And then you're comfortable. Then you can cruise, can't you? That's what Liverpool did so well all season.
What did you want to add, mate?
No, I just wanted to say, Tom, how many balls did you see Oxford play in the air across the pitch or even from centre midfield forwards? How many balls did you see them play? Not one single high ball tonight. How many did we play? Watch it back.
Yeah, but we were the better side, though.
Were we, though?
Yeah. I don't think we were. I thought we were for the first half an hour. I agree with that. But I think from then on in, we didn't create enough in that first half an hour. We kept putting empty balls into the box. We've only got one striker in there and it's not finding anyone. Yeah. That's our biggest problem.
Let me say this. Tactically, Oxford came there with a game plan to go, let's keep it 0-0 for 30 minutes, 35. Let them have the ball, let them play with it. Let them exhaust themselves out, and then we'll take control. It's all about tactic. And they took control of the game from about 40 minutes onwards. And they showed us that they're a much better outfit and much tactically than we are.
I don't agree with that.
I do. Alexander, they played us better football than we did all the way through the game.
I don't think it was they played better football than we did. I think it was more they look more dangerous when they're on the ball in the attacking half. I think that's the biggest problem. I think that we put a lot of balls into the box. We do a lot of things very well as a team, But the one thing we don't ever look like doing is we don't ever look like we're going to absolutely hammer a team and score loads of goals. We get the odd opportunity and it sneaks through and we get a goal here and there. We're not actively like they put balls across the box and it's dangerous and you're like, oh my God, that could have gone, that could have easily gone in, that could have got turned in, that was a good block. We don't have that kind of attacking prowess that other teams have. That's my opinion.
And their best players just gone back to West Ham. And they look like a better outfit. I'd rather watch them play football than us, frankly. I would. They look a better outfit. First 20.
Although their manager's not the best looking fella, is he? He could get a new jumper.
But Robinson's a good manager, isn't he? Tactically, he had it worked out.
Matthew's come up with a comment that I'd like you both to think. Excuse me, have a look at. I actually forgot that we attempt to play no football whatsoever or attack as a team. They are clearly told to get the ball and lump it every time. I think that's definitely the case for Sean Raggett. We saw him do that on a number of occasions, didn't we, mate? Do you want to pop in on that one once you finished your wine?
No, Tom, I agree. Matthew's got a point. That's what we do. We work 1-0 up, start panicking, and then we start lumping it up the park in the windy conditions with no real ambition, with one guy up front. Oxford didn't do that once all night long, did they? Dropped the ball down, they played it wide, they passed it, moved into space, and then they were direct, weren't they? And that's what you've got to
do. Even arguably.
Having said that, we had 55% possession to their 45, so we can't have just been lumping it because we had 55% of the ball. We had 15 shots to 8, and the bad stat is that out of our 15 shots, how many went on target?
Probably 2.
2.
Curtis, both of them. The goal when he hit the post.
Yeah.
Fantastic night.
But we should have had 3 pens.
The thing that annoyed me is like when we had Harness's free kick. Harness put a really good ball into the box there. Nobody attacked it. Burgess tried to, but he was too early for it. But no one was there back post trying to poach the ball.
Yeah,
I think that shows enough about our team. I think we're almost too sat back. We don't. You watch Harrison for the whole first half. Every ball into the box, he wasn't attacking. He wasn't fighting for it. He just was putting himself in the box. Whereas I think Marquise, that's why he's a better striker. Is he looks a lot more like he wants the ball. He wants the goal. He's a lot more there for him. So I think we need to start Marquise definitely. I think we wouldn't be amiss having Marquise as a cam role sat just behind Harris and having someone else going into the box with him. I think that would really
love that cam role, don't you? You love that cam
Mate, honestly, the thing is, it's not I love it. That's what the formation we play is. I'd rather
we don't have a central attacking midfielder. We have 2 wide wingers and a striker.
We play one every day. Yeah, we do. We have a 4-2-1-2-1, don't we? Is what we play.
We have 2 wide guys in the centre.
We have 4 at the back, 2 central midfielders.
We normally play Ronan and Marcus on the side, or Williams, wouldn't we?
No.
It's like a diamond, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who plays in behind?
Who plays in behind who?
Who plays in behind the striker?
I don't know who plays in that position. Maybe McCory today it would have been, but it was a 4. Did he? No, that's what I mean. But that's why we need someone up there who is doing that. Which is why when we were making the substitution, bringing Williams on, I was glad he didn't take Harness or Curtis off, because normally we'd do a winger for a winger. But actually this time we left ourselves with Harness playing more of the cam type of role, Williams out wide and Curtis out wide, which I think is a much better way of playing. I think that we look a lot more promising. We look more like we're going to score. At the minute, we've really got 2 attacking players out wide and 1 player up front, and that's why we're struggling to score goals.
I would have brought Pittman on and put him in that role. I think he'd have been great in there.
Yeah, holds the ball up well, passes well, scores goals. He's actually
creates
got the best
magic.
Goal per minute ratio out of anyone in our squad, Pittman.
Yep. Given the fact that he hasn't played for a long time as well.
Oh, exactly.
Still quality though, isn't he? He's played more games than anyone in our squad.
Yeah, there's a reason why he played for Bournemouth in the Championship, and that, isn't it?
Well, Pittman wasn't even in the squad today, boys, so it's not even an option for us. Harvey Williams has come in with a comment saying, "Where was Jack Watmore today? Not even on the bench." That's one of the strange ones that I can answer. Jack Watmore's other half recently given birth to their child, so I would have thought he's invested elsewhere on this occasion. But when he said Cannon plays, what would you say?
Congratulations to Jack.
Oh, of course, congratulations to Jack Watmore. We're sending all our congratulations. Cannon play. I was trying to make the point that Cannon does play behind the he was the playmaker in the first half, wasn't he? Maybe the fact that he was taken off just a couple of moments into, I don't know when it was, but into the second half, was that did that kill the game, or was it just that we didn't really get cracking after the restart?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. Not sure. I didn't really find that anybody was dominating that role. I thought we sort of played three guys in the centre of midfield, really. One more defensive than the other two.
I think we've done that ever since the moment we lost Thompson. I think we've never filled that role properly. Thompson, when he was with us at the start of last season now, he was excellent in that position up until January. When we lost him in January is when we went on a losing streak. We were kind of lost in the middle. Our midfield wasn't operating properly. We weren't scoring goals. We weren't producing chances. And we haven't really put anyone into that place since. We've trialled people there, like Evans has played there, but I don't think Evans is particularly quick enough to play in that role, and he kind of drifts wide too often. He goes out wide right, and then we just got two right wingers. I think we need an out-and-out person who's going to be attacking the edge of the box behind a striker, like a Curtis, like a Harness, like a Marquise sort of player.
Okay. Anything to come in on that, Alexander? Or
no, I think that's fair. I think we missed that
okay.
play.
Daniel was coming saying, oh, sorry, I was going to speak about Darren's comment. If we attack them all the time, push them back, and they can only attack us on counter-attack, which is easier to defend, they just sit back and waiting for when we go 1-0 up. So I think one of those things that I would mention is that Pompey have always very much pressed from the front, haven't they? And that was something that really went missing a little bit in the second half, would you say? Oh, here he comes. Special guest.
Hello, lads.
How you doing?
Hello, mate.
I'm good, mate. How are you?
What's the score?
Huh?
Oh, have you not kicked off yet?
No, mate. 10 minutes.
You confident?
Not really, mate. We don't do well against Millwall. We always seem to either draw or lose. So I'm not feeling confident, but we need a win because of the position we're in at the moment. So we'll see.
Is it all dead and buried for Charlton? Do you reckon you're definitely going down, or is there still a light at the end of the tunnel, in your opinion?
No, I think we're doing better now because of lockdown. I think up until like halfway through the season, we were playing pretty well, and then we kind of got into this slump. We were just playing terrible. We didn't look like we had any confidence. We've come back and we look good. We got a who have we played already? QPR. We played. We beat QPR. I can't remember who else we played, but we drew against Cardiff the other day, and they beat Leeds and Preston. So we've had good results. 7 points in 3 games. So
what did you think of our game, mate? Independent
sorry?
point of view. What did you think of our game?
I thought you looked really good for the first up until you scored. You looked like a championship team. You just looked a little bit toothless. Like you had the ball, you had so much control. Like it looked really calm, but there was nothing. There was no finishing product. It didn't look like you were going to score until obviously you did, and then you kind of just sat back, and it looked like Oxford brought your game down to their level, and it was just kind of being kicked about. It didn't look like there was any chances for either side, to be honest.
Wycombe Fleetwood, there's just been a penalty given. It looking like a very high intensity game, a lot more interesting than our one was. So maybe we should go and watch that. But just to get through a couple more comments popping up on the screen, I think in Matthew's opinion, the problem is we don't attack as a team. We give it to a wide player immediately and ask them to put it in the box and hope for the best. No build up play at all, which is where the problem lies regarding entertainment, watching the team. I just said to you that this game already is only half an hour in, and there's been penalties, there's been goals, there's been all sorts. So I think that's an interesting one, Matthew, and definitely one that's up for debate. James has said, look, we are still in it. I think we scraped being the better side. What would we make of that one, boys?
I thought we were the better side by quite a bit, but I probably agree with Mike. Like they did bring us back down after that start. We had a really strong half an hour, didn't we? And the difference, I think, was we were reinforcing the play, like that previous comment was saying. When we were on top, the ball was coming back out and we were winning those second balls, and then we were going again. Whereas afterwards, it was a bit back and forth, wasn't it? It was a bit less joined, I suppose, a bit more disjointed. Yeah, I guess we just didn't have that intensity for the whole 90 minutes, which is a bit of a shame. But first game back, you never know, do you? It's pretty tough.
I'm going to quickly go to Andrew if he's still with us to give us an update on what's happening with the game. But I think he's if he could just tell us what's happening, because I've just seen they've just
Yeah, Tom, Wickham just got another penalty to make it 3-1, but then he missed it. Keeper saved it, and their defender got sent off. So Wickham Fleetwood down to 10 men. So that means the guy's got a straight red, so he's out for the game at Wembley if they get there, or no, the second leg and Wembley, isn't it? So, it's still 2-1 to Wickham away at Fleetwood, and it's looking really, really, really like an exciting game up there, mate.
Just to say a massive thank you for to Michael for joining us. It's a nice little. Oh, we're all good. Hello. Georgie's there as well. I'm not sure if she wants to get involved, but good evening to Georgie. Welcome along. Nice shirt. I was gonna try and I was gonna get through a comment that said if 8th place Wickham go up. So at the minute, I think given Fleetwood just have a man sent off, has that decided the tie? Or Wickham straight through to the final?
There's a good chance, isn't there? There's a good chance. It's theirs for the taking.
Ollie, you watching the game, or are you? Should we go to Andrew on that one? Or
no, I'm still here, but I'm just about to run out of charge, Tom. The phone's about to die.
Right,
so
that's fine, mate. We'll love you and leave you. Thanks for joining us. Very shortly, we'll be loving and leaving all of you. There's a couple more comments that I wanted to get through. Thanks for joining us, Ollie. Andrew's going to quickly jump in, mate. What's going on?
Well, it's still, I think it's still 2-1 to Wickham, Tom, at Fleetwood, and it's getting quite a hairy game up there, mate. I'd like to see our game like this, actually. Quite fascinating.
Very exciting.
Very exciting game.
I'll be jumping up.
I've got Ian in the background.
Can you just say unbelievable? Can you just say unbelievable, Jeff? Just
Unbelievable.
to do the full cami.
Unbelievable, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. thanks for joining us.
He's
There
gone.
we go. To Ian, to Jeff, to Alexander Negative, thank you all for joining us. Sorry, we didn't really get a chance to get any of you on. I know there was a couple of people waiting, and they got fed up of bearing with us because we were chatting about all sorts. So apologies for that. But if you want to jump on Monday, Chappelle, do you just want to centre yourself a little bit to your camera?
Yeah,
That'd be great. But there you go. The story of the season: get the first goal and then sit back and concede. Hopefully, that's not something that leads to our downfall, should we say, for Monday. But we will be back. I believe kickoff time for us will be about 7:15 on Monday night. Andrew, go ahead.
Make a prediction, mate.
Go for it.
Out there Monday night, win 4-0.
Alexander?
I think we're going to sneak through 1-0. I think it's going to be very tight, and we're going to score late.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Excellent. Well, we're going to head off and watch the Fleetwood Wickham game as well. Enjoy the F1 if you're an F1 fan over the weekend. I know that one's back, and then there's one member of the stream that will definitely be looking forward to that. There's one more comment that I wanted to just have a look. Do you think that Wigan will be able to avoid relegation this season? Feel pretty bad for them. We're in a similar situation ourselves, so yeah, all the best of luck to Wickham. Thank you to Pompey God for joining the stream. Sean Meeson says a 1-0 away win. I'm sure we'd all take that. Thanks to Tony for coming along. Tommy Baxter as well. Should have had 3 p.m. Need to be strong at the back. Should have been 4-0 written all over it. So there we go. Sean, it's a 5 p.m. kickoff. We'll be on here straight away after the game finishes. So I'm expecting us to be ready for you for about 7:15. But we're about 10 minutes delayed tonight. So who knows what could happen. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Thanks to Alexander Negative and Andrew. Quick score prediction then for Oxford, mate.
Me?
1-0 for me. 1-0 away win.
1-0 away win.
4-0 away, mate. 4-0. Annihilate them.
4-0 away. I wonder how many people agree with you. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you the other side of the weekend. Have a good one.
That's it, done.